It's so special that you can open a capsule and you can actually put it on your skin, and it can really help with all sorts of things like cuts and such.
Welcome to the Jennifer J. Hammond Podcast. Jennifer is a licensed realtor, educator, speaker, and best-selling author. Jennifer's goal is to help you find your yay in every day.
Hello. It is Jennifer J. Hammond. And I'm so excited. We have Kate Maguire here. Yay!
I'm so happy to be here.
I'm so happy you're here. So we're coming from the United States up to Canada to see Kate today. So excited because, this is the real estate agent series. And so I did this series with the idea of agents. We live a crazy life. We don't necessarily eat well because we're on the go and we work 7 days a week and we work crazy hours and we're in the car for long periods of time. So our health is something that's really important. And Kate, you have spent your life dedicated to creating companies, more than one, multiple companies. And you've had some of these companies are just really focused on health, right?
Yes, that's right. I have been involved in the natural health industry for close to 20 years now. It's very close to my heart. It should be close to everyone's heart because they need to put themselves first and look after themselves. Your health is your wealth.
Your health is your wealth. And I love the fact that you actually have a personal story. We don't have enough time to get into all the details of that right now, but you actually, in this journey, your own personal journey for health, one of the things that you discovered is this magical thing, garlic, but one specific part of the garlic. So let's talk about, there's one aspect of it that's really special. So what is that aspect?
Stabilized allicin. Allicin in garlic is the part that's antimicrobial, and it is our number one fighter against bugs and infection. And this is so important for you guys that are out there meeting people again. Yay. Getting out there, open houses, shaking hands, whatever you're doing now. Maybe we're getting past the elbow tap.
Yeah, I was going to say, some of us are hugging again. We're hugging. Yay!
Yes. And we should be, because it makes us feel like human beings again, rather than the zombies we've been for a couple of years.
Exactly.
So this is like, we have our frontline workers, of course, who are our healthcare professionals, and we're so thankful for them. But the other frontline workers are people like real estate agents and teachers who are with people all the time. And your job, your work life depends on staying well and being with people. So this particular product that I represent is called Benison Allicin, and the allicin in it is from garlic, and it doesn't make you smell. So don't worry, it's deodorized, but it will be a shield for you to keep your immune system healthy, fight infection, fight bugs, fight all the nasty microbes that are floating around, trying to attack and take you down on a daily basis. So this is something you can take that's easy, one a day, and keep you free from, getting sick and being out for the count for a couple of days or a week. We don't want that. We've already been out for the count for a while now. We want to be right back at it.
And so let's talk about what's the difference between this garlic and this very specific kind in the allicin that's in your product. It's different than when you would just go to Whole Foods or to go to, a regular old health food store and you look at all these other garlic products. And especially as real estate agents, I think some of us are really trying to figure out all the natural ways so that we don't just live on caffeine and all sorts of unhealthy things. So what is the difference between a regular garlic product and your product?
Yes, you can buy lots and lots of different garlic products, but the difference is, again, stabilized allicin. That's what you need to be looking for. It's stabilized allicin from Benison. The other garlic products, while helpful, it's not to say they're not helpful. They have beneficial compounds in them that have been shown to be good for heart health and circulation, but they do not have any allicin whatsoever. Allicin is the part in garlic that we know kills microbes, kills bacteria, kills fungus, antiviral. So that is the part of garlic that you need and you want if you're trying to have a shield to have a fighting chance when you're out there in the world against, like I said, all these nasty bugs that are constantly trying to come in and take us down. So there is a big difference. You can find lots of garlics, and again, they're good for heart health, circulation, but they do not have any allicin in them whatsoever. And stable, that's what you find in venison defense, is stabilized allicin, and a lot of it.
So I also want to talk about how that it's so special that you can open a capsule and you can actually put it on your skin, and it can really help with all sorts of things like cuts and such. I want to talk a little bit about the history of garlic, because it goes way back. But I mean, even to World War I and World War II, which I think for some people will actually remember. You might know your grandparents that actually have history and know of some of this. So talk about World War II and World War I.
World War I, garlic was used by the British government to treat open wounds, the British soldiers. And then in World War II, it was known as Russia's penicillin. That is what was used essentially to clean and fight infection of these open wounds. So back to your point about using it topically, because we know we have stabilized allicin in venison, you could literally cut open a capsule and put it directly on some sort of funny infection you might have. If it's a fungal nail or an infected lip, or you've had a cut and it seems to not be clearing up, try allicin from venison, because that has the part from garlic, the allicin, that is so powerful to kill microbes and kill bacteria and clean up these really strange infections, things that we don't quite know what's caused it. We don't know where it's come from, but it's a very effective natural way to go in and kill that nasty little bug that's been hanging around.
And as real estate agents, boy, we go into all sorts of properties, into all sorts of areas of town. We are in other people's cars, in our cars, we're in all sorts of places. So it is something that we sometimes, I have actually even gotten poison ivy from walking through a backyard that was overgrown.
Oh my goodness.
All sorts of things can happen as a real estate agent. I laugh because more than once I've been in heels and up on a roof and been like, how I would have never worn heels if I thought I was going to be on the roof today. But next thing you know, there was something that I needed to go up there for. And so you never know what's going to happen in a day as a real estate agent. But I think it's really important that we always are trying to figure out how we can, in very simple ways, be able to enjoy the benefits of garlic. So I want to take you back again, the history all the way back to, what is it, Egypt? What's the history of garlic?
Yeah, this is really neat. Back during the Egyptian times, I mean, there's so much actually from back then. The workers who built the pyramids were actually fed garlic every day to prevent infection and keep them strong. There was a lot of garlic found in Tutankhamun's tomb. The Egyptian Ebers Codex, which was a medical text, found many written treatments using garlic on the papyrus, which was the medical textbook. So its history essentially started in Egypt, and then it just moved on from there into ancient Greece and Roman times. The Roman army was fed garlic. We moved into the Middle Ages and the plague, and it's documented that garlic was used to try and fight the plague and treat the plague. We have documented history of a very famous physician from England called Sydenham, who went to Africa and was using garlic to treat smallpox, typhoid, dysentery, all these terrible things. So before the advent of modern day antibiotics, which thank goodness we have, this was actually a mainstay used as a natural treatment to clear up really nasty conditions. The problem today with modern day antibiotics is they are life-saving, and thank goodness for them, but they are often, now the general understanding is that there's an overuse of them and they're losing their ability to treat infections. So it's kind of scary. It's not great. But we might have something kind of remarkable here with venison allicin. But as a one a day, just when you guys are out and you're doing your job and you have the hazards of the job, like going onto roofs or going through poison ivy, but more so when you're meeting people and spending time with people, you want to stay well. So taking something like Allison, I've seen has been amazing for keeping people well and fighting through any sort of bug.
And so share a story. I know you have so many stories over the years, but will you share a story of someone who took it and they had some great benefits?
Well, I had one bride who absolutely was panicked because, you can feel when a cold is coming on, right? You start to get those aches, you start to get something's going on. She called me in a panic and is like, oh my God, I'm getting married in a week. I can feel this coming on. I said, take 5 right now, take 5 later on, take 5 tonight. Now, this is not a scientific study. This is just friends. But she took it. She said, Kate, oh my gosh, like, I feel like disaster was averted. Like it just didn't come. I felt it coming, but then it didn't. So like, these are the types of stories that I've heard over the years, and I've experienced it myself. I know that when I felt something coming on, I've just upped the dose and I've come through it just perfectly fine. And in fact, I just don't get colds like I used to now. It just doesn't happen. I've been taking it so consistently for so long that I feel I have a built-in shield now. And it's so crucial too. I don't want to miss work. I don't want to be laid out. We've been locked up for a couple of years now. So we're raring to go. We need to be out there. We're traveling, we're doing fun, exciting things again. And for me, this is one of the most fantastic, easy ways for me to stay well, stay healthy, and not let any sort of infection hold me down and hold me back.
And I think that that's the thing that I would say, why now? Why is this kind, not only is garlic, but also this very specific, the Allison part of the garlic. And with your product, the Benison Allison, why is it something that is more important? I, at least in my opinion, I think it's more important now for real estate agents than they ever have before. What would you say to that?
Well, I would say before the pandemic came, of course, we had colds and flu, we had the chicken flu, we had all these, swine flu. We've always got these different things always hovering around. And it's, for some people that's on their mind and they're always looking after their immune system and looking to take care of themselves. But I think after what we've been through and being held back for as long as we've been held back, we don't want to experience that again. We don't want to go back to anything that we've been through in the last couple of years. And also a problem with being through what we've been through the last couple of years is we have actually reduced our exposure to bugs. So our immune system gets stronger by being exposed, by fighting a bug, by overcoming illness, right? So our guard might be down a little bit right now, and we might be more susceptible. So it would be really wise for everyone to get the proper nutrition, get the proper sleep, take care of themselves, and also take some supplements that will enhance their immune system and not hold any of us back from getting back out to the things that we enjoy, including our jobs.
Exactly. And I think, we've been hiding behind these screens. If you're watching us on the video and not just listening to us in the audio, we've been at home and we've had so much that we haven't been traveling. And even as real estate agents, I in the Washington, D.C. area, we were immediately considered, the frontline workers, and we were out there for a lot of it. But there were a lot of people I talked to who were real estate agents who they just decided to take a couple years off because they really started to become afraid to get out into them back in the market because there was so much fear out there about catching a deadly virus. And so looking really hard at what can we do to, take a deep breath, do the things that make us smile more and say, yay!
Huge yay!
Yeah, the yays in every day. It's so important that we have the yays in every day. Yes. And I think that part of that is feeling good. And so my recommendation, I take it every day. I love it. And I think that it's so important that we all take Allison garlic, this little special part, this tiny little part, which is so special. Stabilized Allison, yes, which is in Benison. So before I ask you to share people where they can find it, I wanted you to tell a little bit about your discovery, because you have your health thing and you were looking at all these different products, but how did you come across garlic?
Well, I had been in the natural health industry for quite a while. And, you just get meeting manufacturers and scientists, and you're always learning about what might be next, what might be new, what is interesting. And part of what drives me is innovation and uniqueness. And the stabilized allicin that I'm working with now is exactly that. It's a novel ingredient. This is a very unique discovery in some ways, to have this form of allicin from garlic, because allicin from garlic on its own is quite unstable, and it gets too scientific, but hard to capture would be the best way to explain it. So this company has been able to actually capture and stabilize allicin and deliver to the consumer the best part of garlic, the part in garlic that we want, the part that kills bacteria, the part that is antiviral. So that's why this was so interesting to me, because this is a novel ingredient. This has not existed before until the 2000s. And we just know that it has the ability to kill a lot of nasty bugs in the lab, things like E. coli and salmonella. And it can get boring with you if you want on all the nasty named bugs out there. But that's why this was so appealing to me, because I could see what it can do. I've worked with so many people now and seen the benefit of it, that it fits right into what's important to me, that I work with products that are unique, innovative, and help people. And Benison allicin hits all those marks. So that's why I love this product.
And one thing I wanted to also show the difference of why the Benison allicin is so different. And it's just because one thing I've learned is, so often, again, people go to the shelves or whatnot, but when somebody might be thinking right now, oh, well, I could just put some more garlic in my food. So what's the difference from just eating a clove of garlic or just throwing it into maybe your spaghetti sauce versus actually having this particular tablet?
Well, you can absolutely have it in your spaghetti sauce. It's delicious. But when you cook garlic, you actually, all the allicin is eliminated. So you're going to get lovely flavors and other sulfur compounds from garlic, but all the allicin is long gone once it's cooked. Yes, you can consume fresh garlic, but to get it in a medicinal dose, you're going to have to consume a lot of it. And I don't know about you. Well, I actually think you do like raw garlic. So maybe you're just one of those odd people out there.
I'm a weird one. I know.
Admitted right now. But you'd have to actually consume a lot of raw garlic, which is very difficult to do. It does burn. You could, but I can't see that's going to burn and be very, very uncomfortable. So, you could use raw garlic, crush it and put it right on an infection. That's what they did with the British soldiers. But, today, if you want to enhance your immune system, look after yourself, you're going to save yourself and probably keep some friends if you don't consume a lot of raw garlic, which is, a little bit smelly. I think people prefer perfume. I don't even think they prefer perfume these days. They like nothing. So,
or essential oils, but
yeah.
I agree. I think that especially as a real estate agent, we have to be very careful that you don't wear perfumes or you don't, dose yourself with a bunch of smells that people do not like garlic. So that's why that being able to take it in this kind of little capsule. And again, the fact that you could, cut open the capsule and put it right on your skin, to me, just says a whole lot about how much it's going to be bioavailable in your body. It's actually going to be absorbed, because so often I know that's another thing that people are always worried about, is that I spend all this money on these vitamins and then my body can't absorb them. So yours is very special, and that it will absorb, right?
Oh, it will. It's stabilized allicin. It's actually already, it's the part that your body absorbs. So when you take a stabilized allicin capsule, the allicin is already there. It's active. It's bioactive allicin. So it goes right into your system, and it actually seeks out and knocks out the nasty bugs. Like it's so clever. It knows what it's doing. So it's easily absorbed. It goes right to where it needs to be. It discriminates. It doesn't knock out your healthy bacteria. It goes after the bad guys. So that's really unique too, because you need your healthy bacteria and lots of it. So this is going to go and knock out the bad bugs. And yeah, it's stabilized allicin. So it's already made. When you actually take garlic or you take a garlic product, most of them are dried. And so what you have to do is take that, rehydrate it in your system. And that's a faulty way to get stabilized out or to get allicin, because it's a little technical here, but your stomach acid will inactivate the enzyme that makes allicin. So with venison allicin, you're actually getting already allicin made, easily absorbed right into your system, right after the bad bugs. We know it works. We know it's absorbable. So this is the best way to get the benefit of garlic into your system.
So I'm so excited because Kate and I have been friends now for a while, and I'm just so excited to be able to share this with the real estate agents who listen. And I love it because it is one thing that now I'm taking it because I love it. And I think that I've always loved garlic, but I think, been one of those people who've looked at all the shelves of it and been like, oh, so understanding it a little bit better and understanding about allicin and understanding how I can take the right one so that I can get the best benefit. I'm so grateful to have met you and to know you.
I'm so grateful. Thank you so much for having me to share this information, because it is really important. Who wants to get knocked down? I don't want you to get knocked down.
No,
I want you to keep doing what you love, right? So
and
thank you for allowing me to share it. Yeah, and travel with those great things. Yeah,
it's so important to be able to do this, and so I want to make sure that people know how to get it. I know you can tell them a little bit about the Amazon, getting it on Amazon, but also please share about your website.
Right. So for further information, please visit us at venison.com. That's venecin.com, venison.com. And yes, it's one click away on amazon.com. We have 2 sizes, and that's the fastest way to get it. And hopefully we will see you in a health food store very soon. Yay! Yay!
Well, that's what I'm going to ask you, is to lift your voice and say yay with me as we go off the air. You ready?
My pleasure. Yeah.
3, 2, 1. Yay!
Hi, I'm Jack Canfield. You may know me as the co-author of the Chicken Soup for the Soul series. And if you want more help in getting from where you are to where you want to be, I want to encourage you to listen to the Jennifer Hammond Show.